in 2007, and you were placed on deferred adjudication for 12 months. Why did you commit that theft? What did you learn on that probation?
Nothing, Your Honor.
In 2008, you were placed on probation for 2 years. 2012, burglary of a habitation for 7 years. April 2012, and I'm assuming all of these were running concurrent because it's all 7 years. So you had burglary with intent to commit theft, a separate case. So those two were run concurrently. And now we're here for more thefts, burglary of a habitation for and thefts. I don't think the court is calling 2021 CR 8085A, State of Texas versus Luke Matthew Cantu. Are you Mr. Cantu?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the state opposes your application for community supervision or deferred adjudication. This is to run concurrent with 2021 CR 8083. There are several cases that are being taken into consideration, and there's to be no contact with James Glenn, Glen, and Jacob Noble, Noble. Are both parties ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, Judge. Yes.
All right, state you're opposed.
Yes, Judge. Judge, we just have argument, Judge.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then we'll proceed, state, with your argument, and then Mr. Byron will proceed with you afterwards.
Judge, the biggest thing I call your attention to, Judge, is his criminal history, Judge. Mr. Cantu, almost every single offense he has picked up has been something involving stealing from someone else. It dates back to 2009. He's never been successful on probation ever in terms of his felony offenses. And in addition, he has been to prison before for the exact same thing that we're here today. Judge, at some point, he just can't stop stealing. He's been to prison for 7 years for burglary, and here we are back again with more thefts. In this particular case, we have 3 thefts. We are asking for 10 years because last time he did 7 years on a burg, and that wasn't able to reform his conduct. We believe that 10 is appropriate based on his criminal history and the facts of these cases.
All right, and I'm assuming both parties have had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes.
State, defense?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Meyer?
So, much of what the state has highlighted concerning Mr. Cantu's criminal history is accurate. He does have a lot of property crimes, theft crimes, burglary crimes, and seems that it's just been trailing him since the last 14, 15 years. With a trip in the pen and a trip in the state jail. What's different now is he's 37. I think he's come to the realization that, I think you need to look at property crimes don't happen without a reason. They happen because they're being fueled by some serious drug use. I mean,
But sometimes, isn't that just a person's occupation? My occupation is I steal. When people go to work, I break into homes. That's my occupation.
No, that's not his occupation. His occupation is, in fact, what happened in this instance, he was actually working, sending out flyers door to door to hotel rooms for pizza coupons, I believe. And he found an opportunity where some doors were not secured, entered into hotel rooms, taking items, pawning them off. And there was not a whole lot of police and resources necessary to find that he had been linked to the burglary. He was actually very forthcoming and cooperated with detectives and police to essentially turn himself in without too much trouble. But no, to answer the question, his occupation is not a thief. His occupation is a person who's trying and needing to get help to rehabilitate his very bad, very, very serious drug dependency problems. We're talking about, ecstasy, cocaine, and meth heroin daily. If granted the probation, we certainly, Mr. Cantu is seeking inpatient help and treatment at the state facility to get rehabilitated, to seek drug treatment. He's, I think, admittedly thinks that at this time maybe he's not ready for engagement for release at home or anything. I think he understands that, but I think he does not need. Admittedly, I think in his PSI as well as his TAP eval, he was very honest and about that he does need patient help. But yeah, no, I mean, I think property crimes is a byproduct or the result of serious drug dependence problems.
I mean, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Sometimes that's what people do for a living because it's easier to break into homes and break into places as opposed to getting a job. That's why you have some people who burglarize in the daytime because they know other people are at work. But Mr. Cantu, what have you learned? Because you had a theft case in 2007 and you were placed on deferred adjudication for 12 months. Why did you commit that theft?
Because I was in my addiction at the time and I wasn't ready for any kind of rehabilitation.
So they gave you deferred adjudication and you didn't follow through because I'm sure that when they gave you deferred adjudication, they offered you drug treatment.
Not that I'm aware of. No, ma'am.
All right. So then in 2008, you were placed on probation for 2 years for theft, 500 to 1,500. What did you learn on that probation?
Nothing, Your Honor. Again, I was in my addiction at the time using drugs. I've been using drugs almost for about 15 years. And I think that's been my let down in my fallback in society is my drug habit. It's something that I know that I need to work on. And I kind of give up.
2009, you committed evading detention. You did jail time. That was February. June 2009, you had a resisting arrest, search and transportation, you did jail time. You also had an evading detention. February 22, the resisting arrest being taken into consideration. Then on April 14, 2009, you were given deferred adjudication for theft under $1,500 enhanced. And I know that you were probably offered drug treatment. So when you're on deferred adjudication or on probation and you have a drug problem, because they do DUAs on a regular basis.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you take advantage of drug treatment then?
No, ma'am. I think what I needed at the time was some kind of inpatient intensive treatment.
Did you ask for it?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
And I'm sure if you asked for it, they would have given it to you.
I did ask for it, and it's something I wasn't granted. But it's something that I need. I know I do need inpatient treatment, something that I need to.
All right. Then we have March 2012, burglar habitation for 7 years. April 2012, and I'm assuming all of these were running concurrent because it's all 7 years. So you had burglary with intent to commit theft, a separate case. So those two are run concurrently. And now we're here for more thefts, burglary habitation fourth and thefts. I don't think there's anything that I can do to help you. What I can do is I'm going to deny your application, but they do have a therapeutic community at the prison. And if you want help, they can give you help. However, if you don't ask for it, me requesting it is not going to mean anything. I can't force them to put you in the therapeutic community, but if you request it and I request it, then they may put you into it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to deny your application. So punishment is a cap of 10 years. State you're asking for 10.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Meyer, what are you requesting?
Well, I'm requesting obviously lower than the 10. Look, I think we need to just focus on Mr. Cantu's rehabilitation and And if there is an opportunity that he can rehabilitate in a TDC facility, giving him tools and skills to overcome drug addiction, we ask the court make a sentence in which that would allow for the period in which he can get that help in the TDC facility. So therefore, I'm asking for a sentence between 2 to 10, but of course in the court's discretion.
Mr. Cantu, what do you think you deserve?
I deserve whatever it is that you feel you need to do with me, Your Honor. I know I've done a lot wrong in life. I understand that, and I'm ready to the point to where I'm tired. Even when I was out there in my addiction, Your Honor, I was tired, but it was just so hard for me to get out because I was so far into being a heroin addict and a drug user that I couldn't find myself to find any kind of treatment, find myself any kind of help at the time. I was just so far into my addiction. So whatever you feel is appropriate for me, then that's what I have to do, Your Honor.
All right. All right, then the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to a $1,500 fine, time and money to write concurrent. I'll request for you a therapeutic community. This is right concurrent with 2021 CR 8083, taking consideration 2021 CR 8070, county court cause number 678886, NIMAG number 649008, CM number 96156. There's to be no contact with James Glenn and Jacob Noble. I'll sentence you to 8 years in the prison, and of course you'll receive credit for any time served. Mr. Cantu, when you're released from prison, I always know that people have plans, right? When they get out of jail, when they're placed on probation, they say they're going to do everything and get their life in order. But what I've seen in my short time on the planet, even though I'm old, I consider it a short time on the planet, is that sometimes those ideals fly out the window. But when you're released from prison, the first thing you need to do is you need to get in touch with someone to help you with your drug addiction. And usually when you release from prison, sometimes they'll send you to a halfway house to help you with that. You need to make sure that you take advantage of that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, and also in 2021, CR 8083, I'll sentence you to 8 years in the prison, credit for any time served, the therapeutic community, $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. And this is to run concurrent with 2021 CR 8085A. What cases does it have? All right, why does this say run concurrent with 2000 CR 85? No, this is running concurrent, 2021 CR 8085A. It says it's running concurrent with that.
That's what we just did.
That was an A?
Yes.
All right, concurrent with 2021 CR 8085A, taking consideration 2021 CR 8070, county court cause number 67886, NIMAG number 649008, CM number 96156. And this cause number as well, I'm going to show you what's entitled well, as soon as I have it, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. It's not in here. Mr. Cantu, did you review what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And because each of these cause numbers are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Cantu. I wish the best for you.
Luke Mack Newcastle appeared in a Texas felony sentencing hearing, 2021 CR 8085A, after entering a no-contest plea under a deal with a punishment cap of up to 10 years. The state opposed probation or deferred adjudication, arguing he had an extensive criminal history dating back to 2007 involving repeated thefts, burglaries, evading detention, and resisting arrest. Prosecutors emphasized he had previously served a 7-year prison sentence for burglary, but continued committing similar property crimes, and repeatedly failed on probation and deferred supervision. The defense argued his criminal behavior was driven by long-term substance addiction involving heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, and ecstasy, and requested treatment-focused sentencing and a lower prison term. The defendant admitted his addiction and prior failures on supervision. The judge rejected probation, found him guilty, and sentenced him to 8 years in prison with a $1,500 fine. The sentence runs concurrently with related cases, includes credit for time served, and recommends therapeutic drug treatment in prison.